The work week's going to get necessarily so cold that you're not going to want to be outside. It's just actually going to feel more like how it should for this time of the year, rather than this unseasonable warmth that we've been dealing with the last couple of days. So if you enjoyed yesterday, you're going to love today. Lots of blue sky. You'll see just a couple of those high level clouds starting to drift in from our live look here at Edgewater Beach. I would not at all be surprised if we see a lot more folks piling out to the beach and just all of our metro parks across Northeast Ohio as we go through the rest of this afternoon because of how mild it's going to be. Really, this is a great stretch. If you haven't had an opportunity to check out some of the fall colors, make that excuse to get outside today and take full advantage of it, because winds will start to pick up. And if you've already started to notice those leaves kind of getting knocked loose a little easier, with that wind coming in ahead of that cold front, which is really just right around the corner headed into tomorrow, that will likely knock more of these leaves down, and we're going to see a little bit more of this activity as we go through the end of the work week and into the weekend. As for right now, you can see that breeze out there from our Oberlin camera. Temperatures upper 60s already into the lower 70s. So your patio forecast for the rest of this afternoon, absolutely gorgeous. We're going to be back near 80 degrees later today. Little breezier south wind in place. But I do think with that south wind and all this sunshine, I would not be shocked to see some locations making it close to 80 degrees this afternoon, which, yes, would put several of our locations back into record territory for this time of the year. We'll talk about how much this temperature is going to change headed into the weekend coming up in your first alert forecast.
Now, I know the leaves are starting to fall, and today would be a beautiful day to be able to get outside and rake up some of those leaves. I mean, it's almost 80 degrees today, Erica.
I know. This is definitely within record territory for us this afternoon. If you basically enjoyed yesterday, you're going to love what today has in store for you, because we will likely see temperatures just a couple of degrees warmer than where we were yesterday. So if you're trying to find that excuse to get outside, maybe enjoy some of the fall colors, because it is one of the most beautiful things I think about Northeast Ohio, especially as we transition into the fall period. You've got some time to do that today. And yeah, winds will be a little breezy as well, but that may actually feel a bit more comfortable considering we are talking temperatures upper 70s to near 80. You'll notice our fall color tracker does give us widespread color right now, and give it about a week. If you're not already seeing peak, which many of us are, especially east into our primary snow belt, you're already kind of within that peak range. You will likely see these colors really starting to turn next week or so. But by 2 weeks, really kind of once we get into November, peak starts to end, leaves really start to fall by this point, and so our colors are done. So you basically only have a couple of weeks to really enjoy this full display of color across Northeast Ohio. And you'll see as we go through this afternoon, this is the kind of forecast you want if you are going to be going outside and trying to spend some time outdoors. Temperatures upper 70s to near 80 degrees today. Again, winds will be a little breezier out of the south. This is out ahead of our next system, which is currently off to the west, but will eventually make its way closer to us as this high pressure system starts to work eastward, and it allows those systems to our west to finally work their way through our area. And that will bring us a whole host of changes as we look ahead towards the upcoming weekend, especially. You'll notice tomorrow, pretty breezy. Winds will likely be gusting upwards of 25 to even 30 miles per hour as we go through the afternoon. We'll get a little bit of a break from the wind on Thursday, and then Friday into Saturday, we've got another cold front that comes in. Will likely bring us some better opportunities for rain during this period as well. But again, overall, not going to be a great rain chance, but it does look to be our next system that will reset things a bit for us as we look ahead towards that weekend forecast. So here's your future view. This is overdoing it a little bit. Notice where most of the moisture is, up to our northeast. That's where we anticipate the better rain chance, but I can't rule out a squeezed out shower or two across Northeast Ohio headed into tomorrow afternoon and evening. But that is your cold front. Once it passes, temperatures reset a little bit for your Thursday. At best, daytime highs upper 50s. We'll gain some ground Friday, but again, we got another cold front coming in Friday night into Saturday. That's going to reset that temperature to a very fall-like feel this weekend, with highs by Sunday, if you are headed to that Browns game, only expected into the middle 50s.